Okay, this section is about the ACF Brill Army Bus. There were two versions of them. They were made for the Korean War around 1950-51. There's the C-37, which has windows in the back. The seats go all the way to the back of the bus. The other one is the RC-37, which has a rear compartment. I talked to some people at the bus garage in Lancaster, and they said that they had junked some of their buses up at a place called Crawford's. And I went up there to look at them and found a lot of other things beyond the buses that I was looking for. These are not Crawford's. This is another yard in Red Hill, Pennsylvania. A man had a bunch of Army buses. They got them from Cumberland, out near Harrisburg, New Cumberland, and they disposed of a lot of Army equipment there. This is the interior of the Army bus. Notice it had high seats, and then there were also luggage racks for real extra big for barracks bags, that kind of thing. I can't see any ceiling label there, but the ones I did get off Army buses were all etched from the smoke. The guys smoked continuously. And there's some information there on the dash, maximum capacities, that kind of business, Army information. This is another one up there at the Red Hill. This is the back of a rear compartment job. Another one at Red Hill. It was really in the summertime. All the bushes had grown up. It's hard to see. This is up at Crawford's, and this is the regular C-37. There was a whole field full of stuff there. Crawford's is up near State College, New Mifflin, I think is the name of the village. There's a whole row of them there, different stuff that was there. Some Brills, that's why I went up there for the Brills. Conestoga was the company I had talked to, the garage at Conestoga, and there were several Conestoga buses along there. This is another one of them. You'll notice too that the Army buses and any of the C-31, C-27s, they were smaller, lighter weight. They had the motor in the back. The C-37s had an International Red Diamond engine, and the RC type had a Hercules engine in the underneath in the back, sideways in the back, and the engines that had the buses that had the engines in the back just said Brill on the front. Their emblem just says Brill. It's a little bit bigger and had letters Brill. Whereas the kind with the Hall Scott motor under the floor, the C-36s, C-44s, said ACF Brill in the emblem. And after the Army got done with these, they shoved them off. The National Guard had them, other people had them. Sometimes you'll see them on eBay, slides of buses, and you're not sure whether it's a C-31 or an Army bus that's been painted. There's no side door on the Army buses. New Jersey National Guard. This is the rear compartment type. Another angle, the same bus. And right there where the NE, the letters NE, that's where the back door is, a little compartment in the back to put equipment in. This is the interior looking backwards of the C-37. You can see the windows in the back, and they're extra heavy duty braces holding up the luggage racks. This is the looking backwards in a RC type, and of course there's a flat wall in the back. National Guard, this one's got the back door missing. This is probably taken 1976, I'd say, is when I was out there. And that next to it, I believe, is a Fagel. There's other pictures back far away, some kind of military bus. It says Civil Air Patrol on the side. So these things moved around. Another shot of the New Jersey bus. And I can't quite make that out. Army National Guard, that's what it is, yeah, different National Guard bus. And there's a row of old buses, a lot of Brills. There's a Fagel in there. It's interesting, it's a kind of military vehicle. And in the front there is a ACF. This is pre-war type. And the back of a RC. There you can see the door real clearly in the compartment. Another shot of it. This is the rear compartment. Had a little handle when you climb up in there. These were all made to Army specifications. Now this is an interesting one here. This is an RC-37, or 37 RC, and this was Bristol's, Bucks County, Lower Bucks County. They made a little hospital bus out of it. They go to emergencies. Had an operating room in the back and other stuff, which I'll show you. Bucks County Rescue Squad was the outfit that had this. They were having trouble getting it inspected. The local police ran them about it. They had a problem with the emergency brake. They couldn't get an inspection sticker. I told them about the Red Hill Yard, and I don't know if they went up and got the parts for that or not. Later on, I called the Lower Bucks about this, if they still had it, and they said they had sold it to some environmental company in Maryland, I think where it was. Notice the light on the top. And here's the inside of it. You see the back wall, and lights and stretchers and all kind of things around there that for emergencies to help people. Now, if you're collecting Brill stuff, some of the things that are available for these buses are the manuals that go to it. I don't know if we can get this in. This is the 37 passenger bus here for parts, and it has the number up in the corner here of what it is. And then there's also this is the RC, 37 RC, the maintenance and operation book from ACF Brill Motors. They call the one the 37 RC. The other one they refer to in the books and the literature, everything else, is the C-37M, which means military, of course. And another version of those technical manuals looks like this. It's paperback, and you see these all the time when you're at air shows and flea markets, piles and piles. The Army made these and the military made these for all kind of machine guns and cement mixers, anything the Army bought. They had to have a technical manual for it. And this is what it was. So these are collectible also. I got real lucky and found a actual owner's manual for the C-37M. It was a miracle I found that. I was surprised anything like this even existed and it survived, but I have that. So it's an interesting thing going around the junkyards and going to flea markets and finding these things. And I'll have more videos talking about other things I found over the years.